All right, y'all. Welcome back to the channel. We're going to start here with this propagation. I am just showing you the progress. I am about to go ahead and replant these two pothos cuttings. I'm going to put them together and I'm going to try and take it out. Hopefully my iPad flap won't fall in and block the camera view, but I'm going to try and take them out of water so you can see what the roots look like. And then I'm going to go ahead and repot. Before I do that, though, I just want to show you, speaking of repotting, I did finally repot my white wizard plant, which I don't know if I've ever mentioned before, but it is part of the philandrian family. So it is the white wizard philandrian, and it's next to another family member, which is the Brazil philandrian. And you can see the similarities. It's almost like a giant version of the Brazil philandrian, which I absolutely love. And you guys know I have two of those. The one that goes over my door that I've had that I maintain for one leaf, and then I have the new one, or the newer one that I purchased, and you can see it's starting to blossom as well. But here it is, the white wizard plant that I absolutely love. It does need a little bit of trimming in terms of, you see some of the leaves I said I think may have turned colors due to overwatering, because when I removed it from the pot that was originally in, I saw that the drainage hole was closed, and because that saucer piece was connected to it, there was no way for me to, like, for the water to drain, for me to remove it or check it until I took it out. So hopefully this one will work. There is a drainage hole on the bottom of this one. It's in the same type of planter that the Brazil philandrian is in. I ordered those off Amazon a while ago. They are really nice. They do have a built-in drainage hole at the bottom, and they come with the saucers, the cinnamon, which are detachable, so it's easy to remove it, like if water were to get there or to clean it or whatever. So great thing about that. Um, but yeah, this is the white wizard philandrian, and as you can see, it does have new growth coming in. These, you can see one leaf right here coming. There it is. And then these others where it looks kind of like that, those are actually how the new leaves come in. So there are a couple new ones there, and there's quite a few over here on this side as well. So you can see the newness. This whole little section right here seems to be kind of new. It's a lighter green, but I love the leaves. Love how they are. So hopefully we will prevent any future mishaps. And also, as the seasons are changing and the weather changes, some yellowing, you'll lose a couple of leaves. Like, that's normal, but I just didn't want it to start dying off on me because I've had this plant for over a year and I really do like it. It seems to be happy because it is producing new growth. And you may have remembered, because it likes the sun, it was like leaning towards the window, and so I'm trying to support it. Those are chopsticks. Yes, they are bamboo chopsticks. And I put a clip on it to hopefully hold it up so it's not leaning anymore. Um, so yeah, just to stabilize it a little bit more. So hopefully that will work out. And as it gets rerouted, it will adjust as well. So just want to show you guys the check-in on that. That's pretty much it for houseplant activity. But I'm going to go ahead and repot those pothos. Let me see if I can pick one up, and just so you can really get an idea of what the roots look like. But I know you guys can see that white in like here. All of that is root, as well as that has two actually coming out. So let's see if I can one up. They're kind of laying on each other. So yeah, you can see how long that root is. But I'm gonna go ahead and repot both of those, and I'm gonna put them together. So and I think I'm gonna go ahead and put that peperonia into the other spot as well. But I'll come back once I have repotted. Hey y'all, just wanted to hop on to show this before I put it into the final spot here. This is what the roots look like up close and personal, fresh out the water. I'm going to be putting them in this container, or in this vase rather. I picked this up from Walmart probably last year. They weren't too expensive, but they're really nice, and they also came in turquoise, so I do have a couple plants in that. But this is what one of them look like, and the other looks like this. And just wanted to share with that, so I'm gonna plop both of them down into the pot, or into the vase rather, and I'm actually going to be gifting this set to someone, so that's why I want to put it in something really nice but also small. So just want to show you guys what the final product looks like. All right, y'all, here's the final product of the propagation repotting. And so I know it looks a little wonky right now, but eventually as the roots settle into the soil, like it'll fix itself. So so far I did put a little bit of root hormone on the roots before completely potting them. And like I said, this is going to be a gift for someone, but it's going to be probably another month or so before I get it to them, which is fine because I want to make sure that the propagations that the cuttings take well when they start growing. So usually it doesn't take too long. So within that month's time, I should definitely know if everything's gonna work out before I gift it over. But my other two seem to do fine and they're still flourishing, so I don't have any doubt that these will also do the same. And in case you're wondering, these are golden pothos cuttings. So just want to show you guys what the final product of that look like. And also, last houseplant update, I just wanted to show you guys my Petra croton here. As you know, it grows with colorful leaves. When they first come in, they come in green and then they start to develop whatever color. They can be yellow, red, or a little multicolored, kind of like this last one, older leaf that's hanging on. You guys can see that. But as you can see, all of them died off, but then they are rejuvenated. And that was probably because I repotted the croton. It was in a smaller pot, but it was like overcrowded in there, and so I repotted them. And one thing about crotons, if you don't already know, is that they are very finicky, and something as simple as a repotting can disrupt them, and they don't like a lot of change. And so I think that's what caused all the dying off of the leaves that were there, because it was flourishing in the small pot. And so I repotted it, and then at first I thought, oh, maybe it's just going to die out, which if you guys have been following me for a while, you know me and crotons have never had the best relationship. They always seem to die on me, but this one is giving me hope because that whole branch had died off, and as you can see, it's now flourishing with new growth, and there's also um, some budding new growth right there too. So I am happy to report that the croton seems to be happy in its new home, and I hope it stays that way because it is a very beautiful plant. So that's the last of the house plants. The last thing I'm going to show you guys is the Aerogarden. So I'll go from this to the balcony garden because I know I usually make that last, but I'll switch it up, put that in the middle, and then I'll finish up with the Aerogarden. Here we are on the balcony garden, and this is the poblano pepper plant. As you can see, it's quite tall and it is producing new peppers. Now these can be green, red. Like, can I pick it right now? Yes. I can also wait till they turn red, which is what I typically do. And it's leaning over. That one that you see dangling right there is actually a poblano, but it's leaning over on to my cubanelle plant, which is right next to it, and it's also producing quite a few peppers. As you can see, they are red, so they are ready as well, so I can go ahead and take those off. I probably will try and get some better supports or figure out if I can support those a little bit more. Here we have the tomatoes. As you can see, these are the sunrise tomatoes. They are so pretty. In that color, and don't mind that the leaves look like they're browning and dead. The plant is still doing fine. This is the Mad Hatter pepper, that one in the middle that's short. It's still growing. And these tomatoes, they are still producing as well. As you can see, there are lots of yellow flowers, which represents the blooming of tomatoes coming soon. So those are doing very well. Over here, we have my two banana pepper plants. This one is the sweet banana pepper one that I bought later on. So it has a few buds on it. That's what I'm trying to show you guys. So there will be hopefully some sweet banana peppers coming soon. I am going to add a support stick for that now that it's tall. And this is my hot banana pepper plant. This was the one that I purchased first, and it has regrown a few peppers. It already grew like a couple, and I had taken those off, and now you can see there are new buds, and there are also about 3 or 4 actual peppers. I could take those off now, or I can wait till they turn red. All right, y'all, here is the first Aerogarden, the romaine Aerogarden. Nothing really special to report other than look how well it's growing. This salad is ready to eat, so I could actually pluck that and make a salad today if I wanted to. I'm not. I'm actually going to have my chicken Alfredo that I made yesterday for dinner, but probably this week I will be eating salad, so I'll keep you up to date on that. Y'all know I love my romaine lettuce with some strawberries and grilled chicken and cheese and my raspberry vinaigrette. That is my go-to salad. And just for reference, we are 42 days in on the garden. So that's from when I started it 42 days ago. This is where we're at. All right, y'all. So to round it out, we are going to look at this second Aerogarden where I attempted to grow oregano, chives, and cinnamon basil from seed. And from the looks of it, the cinnamon basil is the only one that was successful, which is fine by me. Like I said, my first time trying to do oregano and chives in the Aerogarden from seed, so I just wanted to test it out. The chives did start growing; it sprouted, and there was a sprout down in there, and then it just kind of disappeared. So I don't know what went wrong there. I may see if it's salvageable by putting it in something else. I'm just growing it like, the regular way in some soil. But if not, I have plenty of chive seeds. And at least I know I can probably start it and then transfer it. So that may be what I do in the future. Oregano did not produce anything at all. So I'm not sure there. Cinnamon basil, as you can see, is living his best life. And it's actually like I could start harvesting what you see here. And with the basil, it does get thick and bushy and tall. And the more you harvest it, the better it grows. So, yeah, at least I did get a little bit of basil. So I just wanted to share with you guys. I'll take 1 out of 3. Something's better than nothing. That's how it goes when you are growing things. And this Aerogarden is 33 days in. So in 33 days, that's where my basil is, and that's where the other two unsuccessful growths are. But either way, you trial and error. That's all about gardening in general. But thank you so much for watching. Please be sure to like and subscribe. And remember, every Sunday, check in for a How It's Growing update. See you next time.